Hey, what is going on YouTube? My name is Andrew, aka the Black Dragon. This is Black Dragon Studios, and I'm back with another episode of Raid Shadow Legends. Today we are on the free-to-play account, man. I just pulled one of the brand new legendaries I didn't even pull him today, but this legendary is actually on the 25x event right now. We're going to be showcasing this champion in today's video. I kid you not. First Axe Tuskkor. But before we get into that, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of the context, a little bit of backstory to this. So as you know right now that we have the Lord Entertainer Fabian fusion going on, if I can get to it, if Raid will stop giving me pop-ups. So here it is, Lord Entertainer Fabian. If you can fuse this guy, congratulations, you're going to have one of the best and one of the most evil champions ever to be created by Raid. But since I didn't have enough shards on the free-to-play, I was kind of on the fringe. I was kind of like borderline. I could probably try to do this fusion, but I'm like 80% not going to be able to complete it. So yesterday there was a progressive event on. I hadn't pulled shards in a while. I really need some champions like yesterday on my free-to-play. I got about 10 ancient shards, I got 2 or 3 void shards, and I had 2 sacred shards. So I said, I'm either going to go for the Lord Entertainer Fabian fusion and probably not be able to do it, or I'm going to pull all these shards right now and hopefully walk away with a brand new legendary champion for the account that we can build out and that we can test and play. And thankfully it did work out for us. We were able to pull the first Axe Tuskkor, the new legendary NUKER for the Ogryn tribes faction, which actually, in my experience, just playing the game for 4 or 5 years now, I've never really seen too many good NUKERs come out of the Ogryn tribes faction. Let's actually go and take a look at the index of the Ogryn tribes faction and see who they've got in there. Because honestly, I don't even know at this point. Big Un used to be, or I don't know how to pronounce it, Big Un, used to be a pretty commonly used nuker, not so common now, and I think they reset the reviews as well, because honestly, the reviews are pretty like non-existent on all champions, not just this champion. He only has 231 reviews as of today, but this champion has been out since I started playing the game. This is an OG nuker with I believe a double hitter, or an extra turn or something like that, or just an A1 attacks on. I don't know. Honestly, this champion, you used to see this champion all the time in Arena. Ignatius, another outdated Ogryn's Tribes nuker, HP burns, cannot be resisted. This champion's actually not terrible. Another A1 attacks all enemies on his A2. And does he have an AoE A1 as well? No, he doesn't. Okay, so those are 2 of them. Do we have anyone else? Okay, Gergo. Gergo used, again, an outdated champion, but used to see him all the time in high-level arena. AoE removes all buffs, and then AoE freeze plus grants an extra turn, then attacks all enemies, places decreased defense, and an extra hit if the target's under a freeze debuff. Really good champion. I would say probably he's the best legendary nuker of all these that I'm seeing here, that I've seen before. And then you obviously have War Mother. Nobody really uses War Mother. Come on, I mean, she places bombs that detonate after 2 turns. But I mean, yeah, I guess, I don't know. I don't know how you get her working, but she's never been meta. Let's just put it that way. And yeah, she's never been meta. But this champion here, first Axe Tuskkor, gives us hope. This guy is actually looking decent, believe it or not, for a pure damage dealer, which is what he is. He's not going to be applying any debuffs whatsoever. Let's take a look at his full kit here for the first time. For most of you, this is going to be the first time that you've ever seen this champion. I couldn't believe that I pulled him on my free-to-play before he was even offered on the 25x. So his A1 is attacks one enemy 2 times, has a 25% chance of granting an extra turn, damages based off attack. What is his base attack? Base attack 1476. It's relatively normal for a legendary nuker. Pretty good base attack, terrible base defense. Base speed at 99, not terrible. And then we've got 63 crit damage as the baseline, which isn't too bad. His HP is relatively low. But yeah, other than that, like, his attack is what we really want to be focusing on here, because this is an attack-based nuker. So we'll be focusing on his attack. I don't know how hard he hits. I've never read any of the reviews. I'm going into this one blind today. I want to be surprised, and I just want to have some fun with this champion, regardless of the outcome. So yeah, 25% chance of granting an extra turn on a 2-hitter A1. I'm hoping it hits hard. If it does hit hard, that's really good, okay? Because we should read his passive before reading the rest of the kit. Brutal Vehemence is his passive. Each extra turn this champion gets increases their crit damage by 10%, stacks up to 50%. That's really nice. And then each extra turn this champion gets also decreases the damage they take by 5%, up to 50%. So this champion is going to be benefiting from taking extra turns. Let's read his A3 here. First, Axe's Fury on a 3-turn cooldown when fully booked. I do not have any books put into this champion. I have no legendary books available on my free-to-play today. I'm a very low-level, like early game free-to-play player, so this is kind of like my first big legendary nuker that I pulled from the game that wasn't free. This is really cool. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Before attacking, places a 50% increase attack and a 30% crit damage buff on this champion for 2 turns, will ignore shield buffs, grants an extra turn if this attack kills an enemy. I'm guessing this attack hits pretty hard because we're going to be wanting to proc that extra turn, which is really nice, so then we can go into the Hatchet Barrage, which is his A2, which attacks all enemies. Damage inflicted by this skill increases by 10% for each buff on this champion. Decreases the cooldown of this skill by 1 turn if it kills an enemy, and if he kills 2 or more enemies, grants him an extra turn. So this essentially could do kill an enemy, extra turn. Kill 2 enemies, extra turn. Kill another enemy, uses A1, extra turn. Go back into his first Axe's Fury, extra turn. This guy could just be cycling extra turns over and over again. There's no limit to the amount of extra turns this guy can get. The only limit that this guy has on him is that his crit damage can only stack up to 50% and his damage reduction can only stack up to 50%. So with that, on top of that, his 30% aura of attack in all battles, which is really nice. We have him in our best crit damaging gear today. I do not have a set bonus for him. Ideally, you would want to be putting him in, I'll tell you guys, if I was building this champion out for maybe a mid-game or an end-game account, probably want this champion in a... Do I not even have a single piece of this set? Wow, I don't even have a single piece of this set. I would want to put him in a 9-piece Merciless set for the extra chances of taking extra turns, because the more turns you get with this champion, the more crit damage you have on this champion, the badder this champion's gonna be. But if you don't have that, obviously you're gonna be wanting to put him in stuff like Savage Gear, Instinct Gear, gear that ignores crit damage, or gear that ignores defense. But today, all I have him in is just this jumbled mess of gear. Nothing special, nothing to write home about. I've got him in a crit damage amulet, and crit damage gloves. So I've crit capped him at 100% crit rate. We managed to jack up his crit damage to 274%, and I managed to get his attack to 4,300 attack. So what else can we get for him in terms of like activating more damage, getting more damage bonuses out of him? Well, I'll show you. Helm Smasher is the tier 6 mastery, obviously. Has a 50% chance of ignoring 25% of the target's defense. Okay, so that's really nice to have the tier 6 mastery. Ignoring defense is really good with this type of a champion. We've got him in Ruthless Ambush, so he can increase his damage by 8% for the first hit on each enemy. We've got him in Bring It Down, so increases damage by 6% when attacking targets with higher max HP, which is going to be every single champion that he attacks. He's going to get 6% more damage. Increases this champion's crit damage by 2% for each time the default skill is used in battle. Stacks up to 10%, so he can get apparently 10% more damage out of his A1, which is really nice. We went Keen Strike for more crit damage, Deadly Precision for more crit rate. We have went Shield Breaker, so for his A2, to do more damage with his AoE. We definitely want that Shield Breaker on there. And then I've went with Retribution as well for the chance to counterattack when he loses 25% more HP, or Resurgent as well, which is really nice to remove one random debuff from this champion whenever he loses 25% or more of his max HP. Okay, so on top of that, we've got Single Out, so 8% more damage to targets with less than 40% HP. And I think that's just about it. You know, the very nice thing about this champion is you can just go with these offensive masteries here, and we don't have to worry about the support tree or accuracy or anything like that whatsoever. Point with this champion is just to get as much crit damage and as much attack onto him as humanly possible, and then maybe put on some speed as well. I've got him running at about 200 speed and fully crit capped. And then for the relic, well, this is a very nice rare relic that I've got here for him. I've got him in a level 9 Malethic Talon, so it adds 21% crit damage, and it has a 30% chance of dealing 10% more damage when attacking. So that's really nice. You could put him in the Cat's Gaze. You could put him in... The Cat's Gaze would probably be, you know, the best one to put him in. But the Malethic Talon's really nice as well. And yeah, let's go and let's test this guy out, man. Let's stop these background multi-battles that I had going. Let's see here. End the current battle so I can just jump right into it. I wouldn't normally do that, but since we're in the middle of a video, we're going to do whatever the hell we want. Just to try and, you know, be super efficient. So let's go. Let's take this guy into... I'm in level 1 gold arena. I'm not super high up. So we're going to get some easier matchups. Let's see here. What's this team? Not fast, Skeletor. Terrible team. This is just a damage test here. Let's just take him in as the solo nuker. The slower team we're buffing 6 times with this team to get 60% more damage. And yeah, let's do that. We got a little bit of a speed booster just to make sure we can go first. We do not have drop defense with this team, I don't believe. But we're going to increase the turn meter. We're going to buff the shields. We got the shields on there. Now we're going to go like this. Put on increased speed buffs. And now we're going to put on increased defense and ally protect. That's 4 buffs. Alright, let's go into the A3 here. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Increased attack, increased crit damage. Extra turn if we kill an enemy. And as well the passive. Or wait. Oh yeah, no, the A2 is where we're going to benefit from having all these buffs on us. Let's just kill off this guy here, probably the weakest one right here. Okay, 50k, not bad, not bad. Okay, we got 6 buffs on us now. Let's take a look at how the nuke holds up. We're going to compare him to my best arena nuker after this, which is probably Alice, honestly. Let's see right now how much he does. First Tuskkor, everybody. Let's see what kind of damage he can do. Boom! 100! Oh! Bro! 139k! With my crappy gear on the Gaelic and another, I think I saw 80k on the Rathalos. Let's see what his A1 can do here to finish off the Skeletor. 35k, okay, not bad at all, man. Wow, 140k with no drop defense. Okay, let's see what he can do with drop defense. I want to just take out, who do we take out here? This team's not extremely fast. I want to make sure we go first. Let's take him out. We'll put Ugo in for the drop defense. Or, you know what, better yet, let's go like this. We'll put Deacon in for drop defense, and... how can I get some more buffs on there? I'll use Ixtalmore again. Ixtalmore is good because he provides buffs that I don't have from anyone else. So we want to get as many unique buffs on him as we can at the same time. This team's relatively slow. Let's go like this. Boost the turn meter. Place the drop defense. Placed it on everybody. Very nice. Let's place the increased speed buff. Let's place increased defense ally protect. And go in with the A3. I always forget which one is the single target nuke. Alright, we'll go out and kill the Kale here, which is the strong target to hit. Okay, we missed a crit for some reason there. I'm not sure how that worked. I think it was reaction gear? Why would he put reaction gear on? He still hit for 74k, which is not bad. So now we're going to go in with the A2 with the drop defense, and we're going to see... I'm pretty sure we're about to see some big hits here. Let's go. Hatchet Barrage, first axe Tuskkor with the drop defense. Let's go. Boom. 124k across the board with very bad gear. Nobody's surviving this guy's nuke, man. I'm telling you guys right now, if you pulled this champion and you fully booked this champion out and put good gear on this champion, you're not going to be disappointed. Anywhere in the game, baby, you can put this champion in, and he will be a fantabulous champion to put in. Let's bring him in against a little bit more tank here, where they got a reviver here. Still no speed aura, but they do have a reviver here. He is red affinity, which makes him very nice against champions that are magic affinity, which I will admit is a lot of champions in Arena at the very moment in time in the current meta. So let's go ahead here. We'll bring this exact same team in and see what he can do against the Solidrakes. So let's boost turn meter, hopefully place the increased defense, or I'll just restart the battle. Okay, we got it on. We got it on the sill, which is the most important thing. A couple more buffs there. Let's keep buffing. Increase attack, increase crit damage. Let's take out the Rhonda, who is the highest turn meter. Boom. Easily take out the Rhonda. And now we go into our extra turn on the Solidrakes. Keep an eye out on this one right here on the right-hand side of the screen, and see how much damage we can do to a Solidrakes with 5 concurrent buffs on this champion. Boom, 92,000 damage, just instantly done. Ousted, kaput, see you later. This is the perfect, Dragon 20 is like the perfect affinity for this guy to be getting tested on. So we're going to take him in here with Diana, Gloom Piercer. We'll take him in Ninja for damage to kill the boss. More buffs, Ally Protect. Yeah, let's try this team right here. This isn't a team that I would normally use for Dragon 20, but I just want to run a test here. So we're buffing, freezing, buffing. We didn't even do increased defense, okay? So I really want to see it with the increased defense, or the decreased defense, I should say. So let's take the Ninja out, and let's put in... No, we don't want Deacon Armstrong. Let's put in Ugo. Ugo has the Provokes as well. I got him in a Provoke set. So let's go in here. Buffing, decreased defense, buffing. Alright, let's do... What I want to do now is test the nuke. So with 5 buffs, damage is going to be increased by 50%. Okay, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad at all, man. Let's check out Diana's nuke. His nukes are around 110, 120, and Diana is probably my second best nuker on my account. Let's see what kind of damage she can do against these guys. 60k. It's not comparable. It's not comparable, dude. And Diana has been a very reliable, a very solid damage dealer for my account for the entire duration that I've had the account. So he's doing twice as much damage as her. That is definitely something. And she also has that thing where she does 8% more damage to people with 40% or less HP. Let's see here. Ally attack. Does he get the extra turn? No, he doesn't. So I'm not sure if he can actually proc the extra turn from her A1, from her ally attack. It's only a 25% chance on each hit, but it should proc once in a while, right? I know I'm manualing an entire run of Dragon here, but I just want to see. This is Diana's nuke again, for those that didn't see the first one. 60k. 60k. It's not comparable, dude. She's a very, very good damage dealer, don't get me wrong, but this guy here, let's kill this guy. We'll get those buffs, the increased attack, increased crit damage. Now we'll see who's the real damage dealer here. 111k and 80k. I mean, he's significantly better than Diana. I don't know what to tell you. Just miles above. Miles above. Well, I mean, that's a problem. If you can somehow prevent him from getting his buff stolen, then he'd be really good in Hydra. But if you can't prevent him from getting his buff stolen, then you're probably just better off leaving him off the team. I'm not going to lie. That's all I got to say about that. 17.95 million damage. I'll keep that. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So he can definitely help you in Hydra, but you would need some type of increased resistance build. You'd need to put a lot of resistance to be able to, or a champion that could somehow, help him prevent him from getting his buff stolen. So yeah, I'd probably rate him a 4 in Hydra, a 5 if you could get his buffs protected somehow. So I guess to summarize everything, this champion here, first Axe Tuskkor. Just want to point out, really cool design on this champion as well. They really went the extra mile. They put like raw meat on his body. I guess this guy loves the protein, right? And then they put anyway, they put a lot of cool coloration and detail went into this character. Yeah, just a great character. Really fun. Gonna have a lot of fun with this champion. And I hope you guys pull him in the 25x if you're going for him today. Would I recommend you pull for this guy? Absolutely, man. If you want a damage dealer, if your account somehow doesn't have a damage dealer, and you want a fun champion and a good champion that can help you in all areas of the game, then I would recommend going for first Axe Tuskkor. What a great champion. Anyways, with that, I'm getting out of here for today. If you like this type of content, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm getting out of here for today. Peace out.